Year 2. How lovely to be with you. I'm going to try this new way of teaching out with you and talk us through some of the activities for week 13 and day 5 of English. We have been in lockdown a long time now, and it's been a long time since I've had the chance to talk you through some tasks. The one I'm about to give you is a warm-up. It's to try and get you used to your capital letters. It's also to try and get you used to spelling things out with letter names. We're going to be using a lot of capital letters for our writing next week and always. And we're also going to have to use our capital letter names to help us spell things as we grow older. So this is great practice. So how do we do it? On the screen in front of you, you can see the alphabet. Well, most of it. Mrs. Hodgson has sneakily taken out some of the letters. And if you could find those letters by using your memory of the alphabet and then reorder those letters, they will spell a word. I would like you to pause this video, see if you can find those letters and see if you can work out what the word is. Good luck. So how did you do? Did you manage to find those missing letters? Let's go through the answers together. So first of all, I'm going to try and remember the song that helped me with the alphabet, and then I'm going to put the letters of the alphabet back in and then reorder those letters. First of all, I'm going to sing my song. First letter is already missing, so I'm going to put that letter back in. I'm going to make it red just so I can remember which ones they were. A, B. B is the second letter and is also missing. What a curious word to have A and B missing. Okay, let's carry on. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O. O wasn't there. P, Q, R, S, T, T. That's not there either. Let's put that in red also. Let's check. U, V, W, X, Y, Z. There we go. So there's 4 letters and they have these 4. A, B, O, D. Okay, Abbott, not a proper word. Let's try again. So could it begin with a T, T-O, oh, T-obe, Tobe? No, that's not a real word. T-obe. I wonder if it goes the other way around. B-O, there's my word, boat, which is very in keeping considering our 2 characters are just currently sitting on a boat. Right, now, I would very much like you to go and listen to the next part of our story. So I would like you to listen to the version read by Richard Bryars. So you can either click on the link or you can go to YouTube and search The Wind in the Willows read by Richard Bryars. So far, we've listened to up to 8 minutes and 31 seconds, and I would like you to continue listening up to 11 minutes and 2 or thereabouts. You should get to hear all about the different animals that live along the river alongside Ratty. And then if you could come back to this video, I'll talk you through your challenge today. Okay, so if you pause me, see if you can find your video, and I look forward to seeing you in a bit. And welcome back. So how did you do? Did you enjoy your next part of the story? Okay, so for this part of the activity, I need you to try and remember there are 4 types of sentences. Do you think you can remember what those 4 are? So either note them down in your book or say them out loud to the screen. Pause me first. Okay, so how did you do? Did you see the 4 prompts? So we've got 4 types of sentences. One beginning with qua, one with s, and one with e. So Q, S, C, and E. What could they be? Let's see if you did got them. So they are indeed questions, statements, commands, and exclamations. And we've learned all about these 4, and they all have certain rules to go by. We today are going to be I'm going to give you 3 different pictures from our Wind in the Willow story, and I would like you to write one of each of these for that picture. That means we need to remember what are the rules for writing that type of sentence. Each of the types of sentences are different. So first of all, let's think about our questions. Now, a question always needs an answer. Well, nearly always needs an answer, but it's asking for an answer. It needs an answer, and it has a very special type of punctuation. Can you remember what it is? Can you draw it in the air with me? So I'm going to have to do mine backwards to make sure you can draw it. Maybe I do it forwards. So I'm going to do mine my way around, and then I'm going to do it your way around so you can see it. Yep, that would be the question mark. Okay. Our second type of sentence is the statement, and that's something that is either true or an opinion. So it could be that rainbows are beautiful, which is my opinion, or it could be that rainbows are colourful, which is true. So they always are a fact or opinion. They still follow the rules of a sentence, and they usually end in a full stop. Sometimes they can end in an exclamation mark, but usually. Then we have our commands. And with this was our symbol for commands. We were wagging our fingers. We were telling someone how. Commands usually, not always, but usually start with that imperative verb. That's that bossy verb to do something. And they usually end with a full stop. Unless someone's being a bit shouty, in which case it's probably an exclamation mark. Put with a full stop. So it could be sit down, or please sit down. Come here. Stop. Have some tea. Let's have a look at the exclamations now. I'm afraid I'm looking slightly off the camera because my cat has just decided to come and join me. I'm going to say hello, Luke. There you go. Right. Now, exclamations. An exclamation sentence. Can you remember the special piece of punctuation we use? Can you show me the rings? That's right. Exclamation mark. We used to do it like this one, so we used to have an arm and a full stop. Exclamations always start with a what or a how. Start with a what or how. They have that special piece of punctuation, which is an exclamation mark, and the verb, the doing bit, is usually right at the end, which is really weird the way we speak, but that's how it works in this sentence. So those are our crib sheets. That's what you will use. If you can't remember, you can always come back and look at this part of the video. I'm going to show you one of my examples, and then I want you to have a go. So first of all, I've got a picture here of Ratty, and it's our first view of Ratty on the. So what could be my question? Let's do. I've got 4 types. We've got question, statement, command, and exclamation. My first one is a question. What question might we ask about this happening? Well, I thought about Mole, and he's seeing Ratty for the first time, and the thing he's probably thinking is, who is that, or what is that? So my question is, who was that? And then it starts with our capital letter and it finishes with our question mark. Now, I need a statement. Number 2 is statement. So something that's true or my opinion. I'm looking at the picture. I can tell you something true. The water rat, and I'm going to explain what he looks like. The water rat had a small brown face. So again, we start with our capital letter, we end with our full stop, and because I'm using an expanded noun phrase, we must use that comma. Had a small comma brown face. Because we're not using his name, the rat, he doesn't need a capital letter. If we said the rat, Ratty, had a small brown face, he would need his capital letter, but we're just describing him as a common rat. He's a noun. We don't know who he is. It's just he's a type of species. So I haven't used a capital letter for the proper noun. Let's have a look. My command, number 3, a command. Something happens. Well, what could the command be? There's lots of options here. It could be something that the mole says to rat, like, go away, but he doesn't say that to the water rat. In fact, actually, they're very friendly. And in fact, the water rat's first thing he says to mole is, come and join me. So I had that as my command, because commands don't have to be nasty. Come and join me. Come over here. And again, we start that with a capital letter. And because it's someone calling to them, I used an exclamation mark. You could use a full stop. And number 4, our exclamation. We're going to write an exclamation sentence about this. And I know Mole is sitting there, absolutely agog at all the things on the river. So he's exclaiming. Water rat could be exclaiming, but it's going to be Mole. And Mole is saying, what a curious thing a river is. We've got that what at the beginning. And instead of how, I went for what. And we've got the exclamation mark at the end. And then there's that curious thing with the verb at the end. If you don't put the verb in, it is not an exclamation sentence. We couldn't say, what a curious thing. We need to say, what a curious thing the river is. Or, what a curious fellow the water rat is. You cannot leave the verb out. And remember, verbs are doing and being. So it's that is, was, am, are. And then again, obviously finishing off with our exclamation. So 4 types of sentence. I would like you to write each type of sentence for each of the 3 pictures. You've got to keep practicing and thinking through, what duration must I use? How do I start this sentence? See if you can follow the rules. I will give you your pictures here. So we have 3 pictures. It says there's 4, there's only 3. 3 pictures from the beginning of the story. And I would like you to use your knowledge of those 4 types of sentence to write 4 sentences for each one of each type. We've got Mole doing his spring cleaning. We have Ratty and Mole on the road together. And then this part is much later. We haven't quite found this one yet. As you probably suspect, Mole is going to visit the wild wood. He's all alone and there's lots of eyes looking at him. I think he's quite frightened. What might he say? What might he say? Look forward to reading that part of the story. Okay, good luck. If you can send me a picture or an email with them on, I look forward to seeing some fantastic attempts with that punctuation. Good luck.